Matt Lenihan, Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store. Always a pleasure to be joined by Callum Simpson. Callum, look, you've been kind enough to let me watch you go through the motions today, and when I say that, I don't mean he's just like going around, because it's been quite a brutal session to say you've only your first few back, but you're looking in great condition. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, mate. You know, I've been taking over since my fight. Been in gym pretty much every day, 5 days a week, boxing. Not hard training, but just, you know, we watch the fight back, working on a lot of technical stuff. You know, every day is a school day. You know, watching the fight back and learning a lot of things. So just slowed it down a little bit. And but yeah, just picked up the training out past couple of weeks. Looking forward to a big year next year.
Hard as well, obviously, with Christmas approaching. If you've not got a fight just before it, you know, fighters love, you know, obviously that bit of time off, eat what they want kind of thing. But you stay fairly disciplined. How do you sort of stay that sort of tunnel vision, narrow-minded, that you don't let yourself, you know, sort of balloon up between fights and camps?
To be honest, I just stay in the gym anyway. Like even past few Christmases, I used to work in retail, so I used to work every Christmas Eve, every Boxing Day, and every New Year's Eve. So, you know, Christmas. So normally I'm working like 10 days running up to Christmas. So this is like it's easy just boxing through Christmas. You know, I'm not a drinker anyway, so I'm not bothered. You know, I'll have a nice Christmas dinner and that's it. But yeah, like I said, I live around corner. I move around here and I live around corner. So I'm in gym every day, get my sessions out of the way, you know, and just fully focused on training and just improving.
Your last few fights, let's talk about sort of, I think we've seen a bit of an evolution in your performances. We obviously got this reputation when you signed with Sky Sports, and we saw it on your debut and as you went through, but the likes of Boris and other people like that, we've seen you go the distance, we've seen you use your boxing ability. How pleased are you that you've sort of been able to show a little bit more of yourself? Because like when you've got a reputation of a banger, someone who can punch, and we know you like the fight, are you happy that you've been able to show that other side here, the fact that you can maybe keep someone at distance a little bit, move around the ring, so that you can show there's more to your game than just knockout power? Yeah,
definitely. I'm not bothered about showing like the audience everything on my game, but it's more just my management, my coaches, and just showing, you know, myself as well, knowing that when we're stepping up in levels, I can go the distance, I can go the fight at my pace and navigate the fight at my pace, and you know, for the full 10 or when it's going to be 12 rounds. And I think that it's been important, especially my last two as well. Everyone thought, after he gets past 3, that's it, he's done. He's going to be tired. And then even Boris, I was in 5th, 6th. I was like, I mean, I'm still here, Boris. I'm still good. You know, it would be everything than me, and I felt good. You know, them championship rounds. You know, I know that even though I stop a lot of people, I've stopped a lot of people early, I know that I train hard enough to go the 10, 12, you know, more rounds if I needed to. So yeah, like I said, but it's been good to, you know, show boxer and show my team what I'm capable of, that I can go the championship rounds as well.
You've had great exposure over the past year, obviously, boxer on Sky Sports, and people getting to know you a bit more. Obviously, I know you're well known in this part of the world, and you've got a terrific crowd that travels with you. Next year could be a huge year for you. You know, I know you're in line to fight for the British. We've got Cullen and Chelli, I think, fighting on the Liverpool card, on the Jonas and Mayer undercard. You're going to be watching that fight, sort of, I don't mean taking notes, but seeing what potential you're going to be up against.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be ringside for that, for sure, 100%. You know, I could potentially be on that show. I'm not sure yet. Just waiting for a few dates to be confirmed. But yeah, if I'm not on that bill, I'll be ringside, definitely. I think the plans for me next probably defend my WBA and then fight the winner of that. You know, whoever wins, I'm happy to fight both of them.
You seem quite like, you're very sure. You're never like, well, we can go this way. You're like, no, British is next. Doesn't matter who it is. Is that what it is for you? It doesn't matter who it is for the British. You just want to get that title and kick on with your career now, because you're at that level where I think you're ready for that step up, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I'll keep saying, if I believe I'm as good as I think I am and my team think I am, then why would I avoid anybody? I'm not going to, you know, if I believe I'm going to be a world champion one day, I'm not going to be like, I don't want to fight Cullen, I don't want to fight Chelli. Let's try and avoid them guys. You know, I'll fight anyone in the top 10, top 20 in British level. I'm not bothered, you know, because I believe in my ability. I know how hard I train, and you know, the sparring that I get, world class sparring, you know, real top level champions. I know they're more than capable beating both of them and anyone else as well.
I'm going to say up at them other weight class as well. You've got the likes of Artur, Beterbiev, Sparring. I know everyone speaks to you about that, but that really, do you feel like them experiences in the trenches with guys like that stands you in good stead, so that when you are going up trying to fight for the British, when you've had them rounds with the guys like that, you're acclimatised for when it gets tough?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I've been sparring, like say Beterbiev, an elite world champion.
Dan Azeez as well.
Yeah, Dan Azeez, British Commonwealth, European light heavyweight champion, Leron Richards, Lyndon Arthur. What else was I sparring? Yeah, I've been getting sparring down in Loughborough, down in Birmingham, Manchester, London. You know, I'm travelling up and down the country for tough, hard sparring, and it's very rare that we actually spar super middles. And when we do, we've got to get like 3 in at a time. And normally it's the weight above, and trying to get 10 rounds of tough, hard sparring. That's the only way I'm going to develop. So yeah, I feel like because like I said, I know that I prepare for that when it goes into the trenches. I know I'm going to be ready for it.
Do you think that's the natural progression for you? Because speaking to your trainer, obviously, he's like, look, it's hard getting him sparring. We're going to have to start flying people in or doing something because, it's a tough spar and they know what they're coming for kind of thing. But are you looking down the line, obviously, once you've done what you need to do at this weight, do you think that'll be a natural progression, moving up in weight?
Yeah, I think so. I think I make the weight very easy at the minute. When people say, oh, when will you move up? But when I need to, when I struggle at the weight and when I need to move up, then I will move up. But at the minute, I've definitely got a good few years at super middle. I want to dominate this weight division first. And then if we need to move up, we can move up.
There's long been touted. I know we've sort of briefly touched on it before, but since then you've been down at Barnsley Football Club and on the pitch. I know you've got a great relationship with that club and they would like to probably do something special, especially for Yorkshire. And, we've seen it over the years. We mentioned last time that you Josh Ryan and Max Hughes, they put on good fights, good shows, Kelbrook, Sheffield. But Barnsley, I know how special that is to you and you've been on the pitch numerous times. Is that realistic for next year, or are you thinking the year after? How sort of far are talks and communication with these lot?
Yes, I was actually talking to down at Barnsley the week, speaking to them about it, and then talking to Boxer at the weekend as well. I know that Boxer and Barnsley FC have had the talks, and I believe that they're on it with the council at the minute, trying to get see what licences need to be in place and what needs to happen. But I don't think it will be this year. But we're looking at summer 2025. We're actually going to do it this summer, but. They were going to do it, just do a few thousand, but we've spoke about it. If we're going to do it, we want to make it a proper event, a big event, sell it out properly instead of just doing it half-hearted. So I'm just going to continue to build, hopefully this time, 2025, might be challenged for world titles, European, who knows where I'm going to be at, but I know that I'm going to have a much bigger audience and draw a much bigger crowd and put on a proper event for Barnsley.
Does it have to be for a world title for you to do Oakwell? I know that they'll obviously want bums in seats, and I know you bring a lot of fans, but for that real special moment, you see it like Tony Bellew at Goodison, obviously mentioned Josh at Ellen Road, but is that where you sort of see your path? I know, listen, we're not looking past you've stages to go through yet, this British title level, you've got your WBA you're going to be defending, but is that your mindset, sort of, if everything, all the stars align, you'll get your chance at Oakwell?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I think we could do Oakwell this summer, just for, even defending the WBA or the British title or whatever. I think even if I fight for no title, we'll still do well at Barnsley. When I walk through Barnsley, everyone's asking when they're getting the fight there. But like I said earlier, Josh has done Ellen Road, is it Ed Edinley as well? Yeah, Kelbrook's done Bramall Lane, is it? Yeah. We've got Terry Harper doing well down over in Doncaster. Dalton Smith is doing well. They've got a lot of top quality talent in Yorkshire, but there's like I said, Barnsley, we've not really had anyone who's got that name or that the support that could do it well, and so it'd be amazing just to the excitement. There's a big buzz around the town. There's a lot of excitement for it, and I think it would sell pretty well. Yeah.
In terms of, obviously we mentioned earlier the fight coming up between Cullen and Chelli, considering how their performances have gone the last few, obviously Jack Cullen with a terrific victory in his last fight. How do you see the fight going from the outside looking in? I know you don't care on the result and you're quite open and say, look, I'll fight either one of them, no matter what happens. But as an outside looking in, who would you give the edge to?
I'd probably say Cullen. I think I watched the first one when they fought, but I didn't watch the full fight. I was watching a few rounds and the consensus was that Chelli should have won. But I think since then, Chelli's not improved, but Cullen has. So I would have thought Cullen will win, but we'll see. But I think for me, I'd rather Cullen win because I think it'll be a bigger fight. He's got a massive fan base. So, I'd rather him win because I think for my career, I get a lot more credit for beating him. Whereas if Chelli were to win, he just got beat by Mike Jeffers. So I don't know if I get much credit for beating him. But
do you need the credit or do you need the belt? Does it matter either way to you?
I think both. I think, if I get the belt, I get the belt. But I think just to solidify what I'm saying, what my team's saying domestically. Like I said, if I beat Chelli, he's beat Chelli, but he's not amazing. But then if I beat Cullen, he's tried and tested. When his only time he's lost is when he's stepped up against credible opponents. So I think if I beat Cullen, I get this Callum's the real deal, which I believe I am.
I know I asked you before about Beterbiev and Callum Smith, but since then we've seen Dmitry Bivol and Lyndon Arthur get made. Sort of came out of nowhere. That Saudi card's an absolute monster. With you got Eddie and Frank Warren on the same table, Joshua Wilder. You got the likes of Bivol thrown in there, and Lyndon gets his chance to, really shock the world. What do you make of that fight, and what do you think of it?
Yeah, it's a massive opportunity for Lyndon. It's unreal to be boxing on that card and against Bivol. I don't know how much I fancy his chances, but it's a very, very tough fight for him. But yeah, good luck to him. Yeah.
Look, next year is going to be a big year for you. Have you got a message for all your fans, not just the ones from Barnsley, but the people who've sort of got on the bandwagon since you started making a name for yourself? Have you got a message for these fans? Give your social medias a plug so they can get behind you on this interesting journey, because it is going to be a good one.
Yeah, anyone, if you're a fan of boxing, proper fighter, get me on my socials. I don't come into fights just to get the win. I like to put on a performance. I like to be entertaining. I'm a boxing fan myself, and I like to see a proper fight, and I feel like I bring excitement. So if you like proper boxing, check me out.
Absolutely. Look, tune in. He's making big waves all over the shop. So we look forward to seeing you back in the ring. Obviously, there's some business to be taken care of in terms of that British title before you get your chance to fight for it. But we'll look forward to it, and we'll catch up again soon, hopefully.
Thank you very much. Thank you.